Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday, one thought was there that in our life, in the relative, or even in the divine manifestations, it is only when someone says something, asks something, gives a boon, gives a curse, that the life, so to speak, continues. When you are sitting by yourself, you are neither father, mother, daughter, sister, but the moment a reference comes, immediately, if the wife comes as a trigger, the husband pops out, manifests. The moment children come, the father manifests. It gets triggered. It is there. It's exactly the same way. Yesterday we saw how God also is reminded of what his purpose is on this earth. Even though he knows everything, yet for our benefit, to show that this is the way, this is the system, this is the mechanism. The sage Vashishta, the Vishwamitra, Ahalya, Naradji, they all come and keep reminding the Lord the noble purpose for which he has taken birth. And he must work towards it without getting caught up in unnecessary engagements. What are the unnecessary engagements? Becoming the crown prince and taking responsibility of running the kingdom. If it was meant to be that way, it would have happened that way. But just at that moment, sage Vashishta goes and tells him. Similarly, now don't just leave it as a story. Similarly, when we live our life, there are triggers. The triggers either come from outside or inside. And whatever the trigger, is that bringing out the best in us? Is that making us more than what we are today? In the last moment, yesterday, are we living our life for the ephemeral or for the absolute? We cannot escape the triggers. Continuously, every word that is coming to you is a trigger. It makes you think, it makes you contemplate, it makes you either there is confusion, or there is silence, or there is clarity, or something will happen in your mind with every word that is coming to you, with every experience that is coming to you, with every contact that is coming to you. How do we process it? When we take the world to be real, then whatever the triggers are, We use that to get more in this world. To we are ready to have sleepless nights if there is a possibility of making $1 million, but we are not ready to have sleepless nights in doing the japa of the Lord. Think. Are we able to have a disposition wherein every trigger is converted into a contemplation of the divine? Are we able to see that whatever stimuli is coming from outside towards you is God sent, and whatever response is coming out of you, that is also God sent? Is that our disposition? Or are we caught up in our defaults? तकिया कलाम जिसको बोलते हैं, default settings. Same situation every day and same responses every day. And then we become habituated. If at all you want to become habituated, why don't you become habituated in accepting that you are the divine? Simple. But requires this inner adjustment. It requires deep faith and reverence towards the divine, that He alone is everything and everyone and every stimuli and every trigger that is coming to you. He alone is the response that is coming from within. You keep watching with the faith and reverence in the right place. Our faith and reverence is in our body, in our hunger, in our relationships, in our acquisitions, in our memories. We have a lot of faith and reverence for that. It's high time. Let's shift it towards the divine. Hriddesheti tishtati, who is sitting in our heart, who is expressing through us all the time, but we have forgotten and we think we are expressing. So let's contemplate on this point today. Be extremely alert to whatever trigger is coming from outside, maybe it by way of words, maybe it by way of body, it may be some sound in your house, it may be the chirping of the birds, it may be the traffic sound. Convert it into a opportunity by coming back to the one without whom all this transaction is not possible.